사람들에게는 만사의 형통할 수 있는
Moscow Systems.
And the kingdom of God and his citizens are kings and queens that stand with the king of kings and his kingship, that rule with the rod of iron in peace, justice, and mercy. Citizens are ours.
Now, the Rod of Iron Ministries, which is another offshoot of this church.
This is a satanic antichrist devil. These are not real Christians.
Good values. This is a cult.
We're very much opposed to it.
We don't worship government, we worship God.
How many of you feel safer knowing that your teacher has a gun? All of you.
We need to turn back to God.
Not to be dependent on the government.
Revelation 3:11, let no man take thy crown, hold fast what God has. There you go, the tolerant people have left doing their tolerant censorship again. Because they're so tolerant, they have to shut down all opposing views. And they can't have any challengers or any other people say, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. It's the same thing they did with the Health Ranger, Natural News, Mike Adams, probably the second biggest alternative news website, health news website on the internet after Mercola. And they banned him from YouTube because he posted a video that there's only two genders. They banned his video for saying that there was only two genders. I mean, this is basic biology, okay, folks? So just absolutely insane. Insane. What they're pushing on this new generation is just incredible. I mean, it's beyond belief. The insanity of left. The unscientific nature of the left, who used to pride itself on actually trying to be scientific. The left actually tried to pride themselves on being scientific. That was their main reason for being atheists and agnostics, that it's not scientific that God could exist, which, of course, William Craig has torn up and destroyed. That the belief in God or an intelligent mind is probably the most plausible explanation for how our universe is constructed. And if they can wage war on reality, folks, and they can make you believe that you can be a pink unicorn and a brick wall if you say so, or a computer, or you can believe that you just gender bend, and if they can make you believe that, you have no grasp on reality, no grasp on biology, no grasp on the way the universe works, and you think you can just make up the universe, have it operate as you wish, because you play video games and grew up on manga. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And if you're prone to those type of ideas and beliefs, then you're going to, in your mind, not accept that the universe that we live in has very clear limits and constants and conditions. You'll believe that everything is unlimited, which is simply not true. But of course, they want you to believe that because that leads very good into leftism, where they want to believe that you have unlimited resources from which you can steal. And you can constantly take and get into more and more debt and constantly steal people's taxes and it's just going to keep on coming. Help different parties feel victimized and self-victimize, and then have them vote for you and amass centralized political power and promise it's never going to end. It's never going to end. This idea that there's no fixed amount of resources leads to this incredible debt spending, which is opposite from reality. I mean, wealth and assets have a limit. I mean, that's why when we're on the gold standard, we're so much safer, because there's a limit. There's a limit to gold. Whereas with this debt spending banking system, there's no limit. It's just endless borrowing. And there's no consequence of that until you have to foreclose. And then literally the international bankers will fund and support politicians that will do genocide for them, i.e. Hitler, i.e. Stalin, i.e. Mao Zedong, i.e. Pol Pot, i.e. you name it. Isn't it interesting that during World War II, Germany's national debt went down? National debt went down, it didn't go up. Hitler, through the murdering of the Jews and the Gypsies and others, stole their assets because they have a lot of assets. stole their assets, liquidated them, and paid the bankers back. He borrowed money for the war, but he also had to pay back. So he did that by confiscating land, confiscating assets. And this is why genocide does not disappear from the modern age, 20th century. This is why genocide continues to exist, because of the fiat currency, fake monetary system run by the international banking cartel, with this idea of unlimited resources, unlimited borrowing. I mean, this is so dangerous. And then one day, the nation implodes. It totally implodes. The average American child now is up to what, $200-some thousand of debt as they're born. What have they done to accrue that kind of debt? Nothing. But we have been lulled into a sleep. We have been pulled, seduced into a alternative reality, which has no basis in reality. Unfortunately, there is a day of reckoning at some point, because when the debts run so high that the bankers feel that they cannot get paid back, they will use force to do so. And that's, of course, what Hillary Clinton was about. Hillary Clinton was going to do the will of George Soros and the international banking cartels. She was going to foreclose on the American people, wage war in the Second Amendment, try to disarm the public, preparing already the FEMA camps, preparing the bathtub, literally hundreds of thousands of black bathtub coffins. The federal government buying guillotines and trying to make the case for guillotines on nightly news, saying that it's more efficient and it's more humane. FBI putting evangelical Christians or people that criticize the government on terrorist watch lists, designated evangelical Christians as terrorists, domestic terrorists. Incredible. Unbelievable, folks. But that was the reality that we were headstrong into. Now we've received some reprieve from President Trump, and God has been good and allowed a brief respite. But when these 4 years or 8 years pass, think about how the left will try to put in another radical in, and the international banking funding. George Soros being the top funder for Hillary Clinton. This is a man who has started wars around the world. So truly wicked people. Truly a scam. Truly a system of total lies and manipulation. But if you think about it, this idea that's pushed by the left, that everything in the universe has unlimited resources, or that there's no restrictions in the universe, it's just simply insane. Our universe has constants and conditions that do not change. The mass of the electron, the mass of the proton, the weak force, gravitational pull, you name it. These forces do not change across the whole universe. But that's why the scientists, in their own lusting, craving desire to pretend that this universe is not that structured and not that organized, want to imagine multiverses, or want to imagine other potential universes that may have other different constants and conditions with no evidence. Because if you look at a universe, it's so highly structured. It's so mathematically engineered. The Fibonacci spiral has precise ratios. The universe is so precisely fine-tuned, which would lead to an intelligent mind that has created that type of precision tuning. Because having that occur by chance is simply out of the realm, is vanishingly out of the realm of possibility. And it's all an attempt to discredit God or the intelligent creator. It's all an attempt in this anti-God hating ideology, which is clothed in different forms and formats, like different computer modules or programs with the same general algorithm to censor conservative speech, right? That's really like kind of it is. It's just different little formats, different little platforms that seem different. One is talking about the universe being a multiverse. One is talking about, but on the other spectrum, another is talking about transgenderism, and you can choose what gender you are, and you can bend the laws of reality just with your mind. This is all delusional. So, Health Ranger Mike Adams gets banned from YouTube for making a video stating that there's two genders. He got banned for that. And YouTube is trying to market itself as being for you. That's why they call it YouTube. Your content, express yourself, make the world a better place by having a free place of ideas. Well, obviously, the centralized YouTube does not believe that because their community guidelines are completely liberal fascist. And if you even challenge their ideas, you will be flagged and you will be banned. If we titled this video, Transgenderism is a Delusion, bet you this video would get flagged and it would probably get banned. But that's how tolerant the tolerant left is. Because it's not about tolerance, it's about taking over for them. It's about utter domination of ideas, of information, of power, of the use of force, you name it. It's a cult of power. And so the left has become not another party that's battling for ideas. The left has come to be funded and represents the will of evil on this planet. Funded by some of the most dangerous international criminals like George Soros. He was the #1 campaign contributor for Hillary Clinton. I mean, do you understand how dangerous these people are? Started wars in Ukraine, around the globe, funding radical leftist organizations so that he can implode those countries and take their resources and foreclose. Absolutely wicked.